to bring back manly men?
We haven't gone anywhere.
Well, why are we asking the question? Well, it's because US conservative author Candace Owens thinks manly men are disappearing. And this is why. Harry Styles wore a dress on the cover of American Vogue. So, strangely, her tweets faced fierce backlash.
But is she right? Well, joining us is activist Rain Dove, who says everyone has their own right to define what manly is, and journalist Sally Jones, who says women want manly men, and there are not enough men like Sean Connery, the late, great James Bond, anymore. Well, welcome to both of you. Rain Dove, here's my issue with this, right? I've actually seen you out on the town wearing, I think, your dress, and you look very, you know, appealing and cool and trendy, whatever. I wouldn't look so hot in a dress. Just got to be honest. I've worn a kilt, and even that made me feel a little bit weird. Look, this is me in the kilt, and it's fine, but you know that's the nearest I'm ever going to go, I'm afraid. Is there not an argument that women should wear dresses, men should, when they do magazine shoots, just look like men?
Are we back in the 1950s?
Well, I'm asking Rain. Come on, Rain.
Well, I think one of the things that we see is that what has been deemed appropriate for men or for women has changed over time and has been really subject to an individual's discretion. At some point, someone created some kind of architecture that was supposed to be a tool to help us protect ourselves from the world around us or gain access to the world around us, and they assigned it with a type of person that it should be with. One of the great things is that fashion is constantly evolving. So I think that people should wear what they think is the best tool to help them access the world around them and to best access their confidence so that they can be the best contributors they can be for society.
But why do men need to wear dresses? I mean, I'm not saying I'm against it. I'm not saying I'm for it. I'm just saying it's all a bit weird.
For the same reason that women are allowed to wear trousers.
Yeah, but Harry Styles just looks a bit weird here. I mean, he's not going to go out, is he, for dinner like this?
Yeah, absolutely. So I think that one of the things is that everyone has the right to absorb other people's aesthetics how they feel fit. But I think this isn't about a need thing. I think this is about a want thing. And I think one of the great things that you do, Piers, is you really stick up for the right to free speech and free expression and free choice. And I think this is just really honestly a free choice issue. You don't have to like the Harry Styles wore the dress, but Harry Styles shouldn't like go to jail for the dress.
No, I totally agree with you. Harry Styles is perfectly entitled to wear it. Let's bring in Sally Jones. I mean, there is another argument, isn't there? Which is, I think a lot of women will look at Harry Styles in that photo shoot and think, what on earth is he doing? I don't want my husband suddenly popping on the old, you know, the old Versace dinner dress or whatever for dinner. I mean, where does this go?
You can perfectly see that Harry Styles is just wearing that dress to cause a sensation, which of course he has. Perfectly nice-looking, attractive, straight guy, looking perfectly okay, just a bit weird in a dress, but I mean that's his choice. I think the thing is that the whole sort of vibe and the aesthetic of fashion and showbiz generally has got a heavily sort of metrosexual, partly because of the sort of great dominance of gay views and gay kind of aesthetic within fashion. And so, of course, when you see all the half showbiz and fashion and modelling and everything, very much take on that vibe. Ordinary manly men of the old
It's not a gay thing, is it? He's not.
I'm not sure where this conversation is going.
I don't think it has anything to do with sexuality. I mean, Harry Styles is not saying I'm trying to be gay or a gay man's forced me to do this. Harry Styles
not every man who puts a dress on is gay.
Well, as Rain said, he's pushing the boundaries of fashion. And, you know, in a way, he's got what he wanted. He's got us all talking about it. I just wonder if all the women saying that they think he looks great, how they would feel if the man they were with, if they were with a man, their husband or whatever, or boyfriend, suddenly turned up in a dress to take them out for dinner. That's the question.
But why are we extrapolating from one fashion shoot to suddenly the collapse of civilization? It's literally Harry Styles, who is a pop star.
If a bloke turned up to take you on a date in a dress, would you go out with him?
Why not?
Would you?
Why not?
I'm going to test this theory.
I may, Piers. I think one of the other great things that you do, Piers, is you're really great at allowing people to stay out of each other's businesses and personal life. I think you really do a great job articulating that people should have some sense of autonomy. And what I see here is that you're inserting yourself into Susanna's love life potential, and you're trying to dictate how she may or may not feel. But one of the great things is that...
Well, she is my TV wife.
He thinks he's entitled to do
You know,
that.
I do see
Rain
these
Dove.
men as love rivals in a way, you know, because I am technically married to her, so, you know, in a television sense. Look, it's an interesting debate. I don't know where this goes. If suddenly the world's men all start coming out in dresses, trust me, there's going to be a lot of women going, ooh, ooh, what is happening? Put your suit back on, son.
Sally?
Many of us would love to see a return, not just to everybody being James Bond macho, but for those people to feel empowered and not feeling as though they're some sort of second-class citizens. I'm not calling for a return to the James Bond of sort of pats on the bottom and man talk and all that sort of patronising James Bond. But I think many of us love the thought of a man who can sort of handle himself. I mean, I really fell for my husband when we were actually, before we were married, on a little trip to Egypt on a boat. I had to fly home early, and he managed to get my passport back to me by getting a taxi to go and signal at that boat on the Nile, get the passport off them, have it flown back to where I was.
Well, that is impressive, but of course that has nothing to do, because he could have done that wearing a dress, so that has something to do with this debate. But Sally, great to talk to you. Rain, great to talk to you.
Yeah.
Always good to have you guys on. Thank you very much indeed.